You can call me Mystic Mike because I predict these things.
Tuco Tokkos takes on Navajo Stirling this weekend at UFC Fight Night Tampa, and I think this is a pretty big mismatch. Navajo Stirling, early in his career, only 5-0, 27 years old, versus Tuco Tokkos, who's 10-4, 34 years old. So Navajo Stirling is going to be 7 years younger. He's going to have like a 6.5-inch reach advantage, fighting out of Auckland, New Zealand, under Eugene Berriman, with the likes of Israel Adesanya and all those guys that are really good at kickboxing. Tuco Tokkos out of Killcliff, which is a really good gym, but I'm going to have to go with Navajo Stirling in this one. Just think he's all around better on the feet, carries a lot more power than Tuco Tokkos. A lot of wins by KO, one by decision, his first professional fight, but we saw him slam a guy and KO him. I saw him tap a guy tapped the strikes. Another guy just flatlined him. So Navajo Stirling, even though he's young, there's not a lot of footage on him, he hasn't had a lot of fights, he's very promising, just given what I've seen and the team that he has around him. He's also a very big dude for 205. I was looking at Tuco Tokkos, and he's 6'4", but he's kind of a tubby 6'4", or tubby 205er. He could drop down to 185, but he won't, because it doesn't seem like the guy takes his career seriously. He looks for ways out in fights. Was watching him a few weeks ago when Ming Yang Zong was fighting on the Macau card, and you could tell as soon as that fight wasn't going his way on the feet, he was just kind of looking for a way out, just kind of waiting for that blow to come, and eventually came. Ming Yang Zong put him out in the first round. Had 3 fights on the regional scene against bottom feeder competition, 3-2, 1-7, 19-10. That guy is now 20-12. So got 3 wins, came back to the UFC to fight Umar C. Umar C just immediately took him down, dominated him on the ground. As soon as he got the choke around his neck, he was looking to tap, didn't even look to defend. Honestly, it looked like he knew that he was outmatched and just looked for a way out. I feel like the guy at this point is just taking fights for a paycheck. I think he's the sacrificial lamb to come in against this rising star in Navajo Stirling, for Stirling to get a nasty KO over him. So I'm gonna go with Stirling in this one. Younger guy, hasn't even hit his prime yet, showing devastating power, showing much better all-around potential. And I feel like the UFC knows that this is a bad matchup for him, because why else would they give a young up-and-comer a 34-year-old? You know what I mean? They're not gonna, if they thought Tuco Tokkos had a chance in here, they wouldn't be chancing or risking a young guy like Navajo Stirling, who's got a bright future in the UFC. So Tuco Tokkos, sorry brother, but it's gonna be a bad night at the office for you, in my opinion. He's now gonna be, he will be 0-3 in the UFC after this one. Gonna be 35 in June. I just don't think he has much talent. I think the wins that he's had are just against very low level competition, honestly. And I think he's just one of those guys they picked up to make these younger guys like Umar C and Navajo Stirling look good. So I'm gonna go with Navajo Stirling by knockout, first or second round. Thanks, guys.